Yo guys, it's your homie Xenopain. I'd like to welcome you guys to another Skyforge video, and today we're gonna explain and do the whole halls of authority, magic, defense, hunt, halls of machines, war, and travel. We're gonna go into these halls, guys, just to explain it to you guys, get you guys a little more perspective. So let's go and jump right into it, guys. You guys want to go into your capital. I recommend getting your Temple of Deeds done first before working on any of these. And how you work on these, guys, is you'll get a avatar trophy from the hard avatar from each invasion. You can only get one. It's a guaranteed drop, 100%. Don't worry about that. But you have all these halls to use that one avatar trophy on. Separate halls of travel. Halls of travel, you can get the Book of Divinity from the market. So if you guys want to work on that, go for it. But how halls work is they ask you to use one avatar trophy, and once you use that avatar trophy, you just use deeds for the rest of the nodes. So don't worry, guys. I know, there's a lot of new players out there. How do you get that many avatar trophies when you can only get one? I'll be playing this game forever. No, you just need one for each hall. Then once you guys complete each hall, get them maxed out, that's when we'll move on to the Elder God. That hall, I wouldn't worry about that. It's probably a couple years out, maybe several years out. No information on that quite yet for Xbox players. So halls of travels. Halls of travels are for players who love soloing content in open areas. Your points of interest is going to be your Wind of the Plains, which decreases your god cost when you're alone by 10%. So that's 40% decrease to cost when you're by yourself, if you guys max out your halls of travel. And you guys also want to get smiting. Your damage is increased by 5% for each level of this bonus when you fight 2 or more monsters. That's really good. It helps you solo content way easier. So if this is something for you guys who solo content, go ahead and get it. But we're gonna go ahead towards the end of the video talk about a hall that I recommend for everybody to get first, and I'll give you the reason why once we get there. Then we have Halls of War. Halls of War is for players who love PvP. Keep in mind, dudes and dudettes, that PvP will be getting redone. If you guys want to, you guys can reference my video of the live letter. It's already been confirmed that they're trying to redo it just so people like it more and have more fun going about it. So, you guys are PvP lovers and you guys want to get this tree, go for it. Don't recommend it for right now, but it depends on your playstyle, you know what I'm saying? And everyone got their own playstyle. So your points of interest are going to be consumed by wrath, which is right here. Killing another character restores 15% of your health for each level of this bonus, and you can get 2 of those, which caps out at 30%. Then you guys want to work on Patron of Wrath, which in divine form cost in standard PvP activities is reduced by 20%. So your Battle of Golems, your 3v3, all the other stuff. So yeah, it's only 20%, but still a lot in PvP because it costs a shit ton in PvP. Then we have Verdict, which if you guys like to go God form in PvP and spam your ults, Verdict, if you guys use your Verdict, which is left on the D-pad, and I think it's B, I believe. If not, then you guys know what I mean. It's in your god abilities. It instantly recharges the ultimate ability, requires 10 points of faith. Killing a player reduces the cooldown of Verdict by 1 minute. So if you guys like to spam those ults, this is what I would get personally. And then you guys have your Distorted Eternity. In the first 10 seconds, I think they messed up there. It's not 10% seconds. It doesn't make any sense. But in the first 10 seconds when you guys are in your god form, you guys will do 15% more damage to enemy players. Alright guys, now we're going to go into Halls of Machines. And Halls of Machines are for players who love to use items, increase companion damage, and mitigate damage while in CC. And CC, we'll go ahead and jump into that. It also gives you some critical, and it also focuses on the PvP defense aspect. So if you guys are like into defense or dying a lot, and you guys want more survivability, this is the tree for you. And the points of interest, guys, on this tree is going to be your chemical imbalance and your physical imbalance. They both cap out at 10%. Your chemical imbalance when you use an item like temporal compensator, mass accelerator, etc. You guys get the point. Your damage incoming from players will be decreased by 5%. If you get 2 of them, 10%. Physical balance increases your damage by 5% when using an item, caps out at 10%. Augmented reflexes. Your character takes 15% less damage when you're in CC, which that's crowd control, or immobilize effects to Skyforge, which is fear, blind, and stun. So I think that's really good personally, because a lot of enemies like to do stuff like that, and you do take a shit tons of damage, especially when you're just standing there. Like, let's say Nautilus's bubble. Yeah, it just works out. Also, guys, we'll go ahead and get into Halls of the Hunt. And Halls of the Hunt is for people who love an extra boost in invasions. It gives fuck tons of invasion boosting towards your combat superiority, and it's all invasions. It's not just one. It's fucking all of them, and you do more damage to bosses. So the points of interest here is going to be your bloody collection. Vulnerability technology provided by laboratory of all invasion armies is boosted by 10%, which is basically saying that on top of your combat superiority percentage, you're going to get an extra 10%. It caps out at 20, so an extra 20% more. They'll be more vulnerable to your attacks by that much. So that's what that means. At first when I read it, I thought that it was like, wait, what? Does it mean me? Am I getting attacked? More damage done to me? But no, it's not. I verified that. Was somebody in the Xbox. His name is Laz. He's on the Xbox Discord for Skyforge. Pretty cool guy. Helps a lot of people out. And then we have Royal Hunt. Royal Hunt, damage to boss type monsters is increased by 6%. So, and you guys can max that out at 12%. That's for people who just love seeing numbers and just love obliterating shit. So if you guys are interested in getting Halls of the Hunt, then you guys could go for it. Then we have Halls of Defense. Halls of Defense is for all those MVP people who don't like any DPS class and who are just strictly tank or support class, because they actually, well, with the tank, they actually wanted to go somewhere, like fuck Revenant. It's all about that tank, baby. And support classes, they're always needed in group activities, always and forever. And what your points of interest here, guys, this is for supports and tanks, is gonna be your Hero of Aeon. Damage of your defense and support specialization classes in divine form is increased by 15% for each level of this bonus, which caps out at 30%. So if you are a defense or a support class, your damage will be increased. Also, Last Bastion, this is the tank's alt. The enemies affected by your god's presence ability cannot attack anyone but you for 5 to 10 seconds after it ends. The reason why it has that 5/10 is because you have another one, so it caps out at 10 seconds. It's really good if you guys want to show how big your balls are, how far they're swinging on the floor, so people be like, yeah dude, I'm a dopest tank, you can't, nobody died, hardy hard. So yeah guys, that's what you would work on there. And then we're gonna go ahead and go into the Halls of Magic. And the Halls of Magic are for people who love finishing strikes. So if you love spamming your LT button when it pops up, this is the tree for you. And also it grants a big ass support aura, and we're gonna go ahead and get into that right now. Your points of interest will be Grim Reaper. The cooldown of your finishing strikes is reduced by 1.5 seconds for each level of this bonus, and there's 2 of them, so it'll cap out at 3 seconds. So it allows you to do your finisher more. Also, we have All Seeing Eye, which the radius of your support aura gets 5 times bigger when you are in your divine form. That's fucking ridiculous. You can spam, or not spam, but you can use God's army and then your support aura, and it'll hit everybody. This is really good for like region bosses like Eternus. So if you guys are interested in stuff like this, then this is the tree for you. I wouldn't recommend it because it seems kind of mediocre to me, but that's just me. Then we're gonna jump to the last hall, which is the Halls of Authority. I can't stress how good this hall is. It's for people who love the faith that they get and the God Army support alt. It does a lot of good shit for your character. And the reason why this is the hall that I was talking about, guys, that I recommend everybody get first, and the reason why is because it gives you 25% more faith that your adepts bring to you, and it caps out at 50%. And that faith is used for you to go into God form, and the more times you guys can go into God form, the more time is spent farming deeds. And deeds is what you need to level up your hauls. So this is why I recommend this haul, is because of the faith intake is just amazing. It's really good. So if anybody asks, and get Halls of Authority, okay guys, it's just really good, and I highly recommend it. But yeah guys, this guide was meant to bring more perspective to the halls, because there's no updated guides on the halls. They're way outdated. So I decided to bring you a guide, guys, that will help you guys out, you know, that's informative, that'll allow you to pick which one you want depending on your play style. But like I said, highly recommend Halls of Authority. A lot of the veterans out there will say the same thing, and then work on, you know, other ones as you go after you max that out. And it is confirmed, I'm just saying it again, after you get all the halls done, the Elder God hall will pop up, and you'll be able to do that. But like I said, that's not for a couple years to several years on the Xbox, so don't even trip about that, guys. But if you guys like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And if you guys want more Skyforge content, because there's a lot they have planned out for 2018, and I'm gonna try to be the first guy to bring you guys patch notes, etc., all the hot stuff to Skyforge. Subscribe. Your homie Xenopane out.